record on this computer. All right, I think we are recording. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday morning. Hopefully you survived some rainy weekend and now we have some warm. We can take advantage of some of these running workouts this week and just being outdoors overall. I'm going to share my screen and go through the workout via or on Wodify that way. So let me figure out how to do this real quick. I don't know if I can do that when I'm recording. There we go. All right, so Heather, can you see the Wodify website right now? Great. All right, so I'm going to just focus on this top part here. Underneath on the bottom is that running club workout, and that's going to be something separate. So we're not necessarily asking you to do both parts of that in this workout. What we have for the workout is a 30-minute running clock. And it's kind of like when we do EMOMs, you know, a certain amount of reps and then you rest the rest of that time. Same idea, but rather than split it up by minutes, we're splitting it up into 6-minute segments. So from 0 to 6 on the clock, you are going to do one of the following. Run for roughly 800 meters, and we'll go over kind of some scaling options for that. 4 minutes of toe taps. I'll demo that all afterwards when I'm done sharing the screen here. If you have a bike or a rower, you can bike for 50 calories, or you can work on jump ropes for approximately 4 minutes. If you're doing the jump rope, we don't expect that you're moving for 4 minutes straight. That's a really heavy calf workout at that point. So just be moving overall. If you need to take a couple seconds, you know, maybe you're going for 40 seconds, resting for 10 seconds, and so on from there. If you are planning on running, I understand most of us might not have a perfect gauge of where 800 meters is. Really what we're looking for in this first part, and then we'll repeat that 2 more times here. Really what we're looking for is about 4 minutes of work. That leaves you with a couple minutes of rest. Now, if kind of whatever that might look like for you. So what that could be is, since you might not know exactly where that distance is, run 2 minutes out and turn around at 2 minutes if you have a watch or phone, and then come back and try to be back at that same time. Sometimes we're a little bit, we run a little faster that first part, and that's okay because if we're at 4.5 minutes of work, still plenty of rest in there. So you have a few different options for that. And then you're going to rest until 6 minutes on the clock. And then at 6 minutes on the clock, we have from 6 to 12 minutes to do 75 to 100 push-ups, to kind of scale as needed for that. For those push-ups, normal standards apply. Again, I'll demo those in a couple variations for that. But whether we're going from our toes, from our knees, whether we are using an incline like a table or a bench, just make sure that we are, rather than elbows here, keep our elbows tucked in and coming all the way so our chest is hitting the ground. They don't necessarily have to be hand release push-ups, but I do want us to get to that point on the ground. As always on those push-ups, those can be something that we burn out on quickly, so I would not recommend trying to do a max set right away. Small sets with a short break would be great. So if you're looking at 100 push-ups, maybe you're looking at sets of 10. Maybe you're looking at sets of 5 with a really intentional rest there. That common phrase of break before you get broken absolutely applies here. At whatever point you're done with your push-ups, or at 12 minutes, whatever happens first. Whatever happens first. At 12 minutes on the clock, you're going to go back and have another run, another set of toe taps, biking or rowing again, or doing those jump ropes. As far as in class, we would often say something like, repeat that same thing you did for the first round. I think that's okay for running. I think that's okay for biking or rowing. But if you're doing like jump ropes, 4 minutes, just 4 minutes in and of itself of jump rope is pretty aggressive. And if you look through, we actually have one more set of this. So 12 minutes of doing jump rope is going to be a really aggressive workout, and I think unnecessarily so. So I'm really okay if we actually switch it up, particularly if we picked jump rope in that first round. Do something different the second round. Maybe you are doing toe taps this time. Maybe by the time you watch this and 20 minutes has elapsed, you've decided it's warm enough outside, and for that third round, you want to run outside. You have a lot of options there. It does not have to be the same movement for that first, third, and fifth part of the workout. And then, so again, you run 800, do 4 minutes of toe taps, bike a row, 4 minutes of jump rope, and then you rest until 18 minutes on the clock. I will be keeping track of a clock, by the way, so I'll help you out with that rest. At 18 minutes, you do 200 air squats. We'll get a good warm up for that. As always, hip crease below your knees. So if I had a marble on your knees, it would roll down towards your body. Knees are being driven out. We're staying back on our heels, and full extension all the way at the top. So 200 air squats, and then you end with one more set of either that 800 meter run, 4 minutes of toe taps, biking or rowing 50 calories, and then 4 minutes of jump rope. We're capping that at 30 minutes. So in that last section, it says 24 to 30 minutes. Again, we're capping it once you're done with that either 30 minutes or with that last movement. Don't feel like if you finished your 800 meter run, we'll say, and it's only at 27 minutes, don't feel like you need to go out and run another 3 minutes. The workout is done there. All right, any questions on that workout? Okay, and so we're back. We're no longer sharing the screen, so hopefully you can see me here. I'm gonna demo a couple things. Maybe we'll even bring this down a little bit lower. So quickly, for those jump ropes, we know what that is. Running pretty straightforward, like I mentioned. It could be 2 minutes out and then 2 minutes back. If you're really wanting to work on your running at this time, you could extend that a little bit, 2.5 minutes each way. For toe taps, that might be something that if you come from a Pilates background, that might mean something a little bit different. So what we're looking at is grabbing a table, grabbing a bench, grabbing a soccer ball, and just for those 4 minutes, just alternating back and forth. So kind of thinking like a box step up here with taps. So just like that. You can go as quick as you want, or in my case, as quietly as you need to for people living below you. On those push-ups, like I said, normal standard, knees, toes, same thing from a bench in terms of what that looks like. You can take that same bench here, not elbows out, tuck elbows in. Just going there. I think that's it for like demoing some of our scaled options. So let's get into the warm-up. So to start, let's just, we have a longer warm-up. Let's just start by getting 25 jumping jacks, 25 jumping jacks. Go ahead. And for those of us, especially when there's multiple people in the workout, if you want to listen to your own music, fantastic. Something that was passed on, I think Josh had mentioned. If you want, have your own music on, but then just mute yourself. That way there's not some sort of weird lag or not, getting 4 different genres of music all at once. So if you want your music, great, but just go ahead and mute yourself, particularly if there's multiple people on. All right, and then let's grab a calf stretch. I'll move this down a little bit again. If you're on the video, last Wednesday we did these two, calf pedal back and forth. So from in this position, just hold for a couple seconds, hold for a couple seconds. We have a whole bunch of jump rope coming up. I want 10 of those on each side, 10 of those on each side. So 20 total. All right, from here, we're going to do what's called squat to stand. So we're going to reach our hands, straight leg, hands underneath our toes, and then chest up into a full squat position. From there, fingers still underneath toes, stand up so your legs are straight. So here, chest up, knees out. And we're going to roll through that for a minute. Go ahead, go for a full minute there. If at some point you want to, at the bottom, drive your elbows or drive your knees out with your elbows to kind of get a little bit of an extra stretch in there. All right, halfway through that. Again, on this, trying to get our chest up just like we would at the bottom of a squat. Staying back in our heels. 15 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, and then last part of the warm-up, we're gonna do one more part and then jump into the workout. Give me 7 inchworm push-ups. Reaching nice and tall, straight legs again, to be really feeling the hamstring, walking that out and then getting a nice push-up in. Seven of those. All right, and we're actually going to do one more quick piece too, since we do have a lot of push-ups. I'm going to lay on the ground, and really the stretch is going to be kind of in this part of my arm over here. So I'm going to lay in the ground, turn the opposite way of that hand, hold for a second, and then rotate to the other side. So this is what that will look like. So from this position, and then rotate to the other side. And give me 10 total. Should help open up the chest a little bit. All right, Heather, how are we feeling?
Good.
Good. All right, if you want to grab a quick drink of water, go to the bathroom real quick, something like that, and then we're going to start this. Heather will go when you're ready. This first part here, keep in mind we have a 30-minute workout coming in, so we're not trying to win the workout in this first round. So this will be part of getting our heart rate up a little bit. So let me know when you're ready. I'll keep track of the timer on my phone here, and we'll just kind of go from there.
All right. All right, I'm ready.
Okay, so first one, 0 to 6 minutes on the clock. We're looking at either roughly an 800-meter run, 4 minutes of toe taps, biking 50 or 40 calories, and then 4 minutes of jump rope. That could be single unders, that could be double unders. All right, I'll give you a 10-second countdown, all right? All right, we're going 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Good, 4 minutes. All right, 30 seconds in. Good, yeah, it does not have to be unbroken the entire time. Catch your breath, just make it short rests. All right, that's 1 minute in. All right, try to get a little bit of the bounce in there like you were before. I know that's a long time to keep moving. Good. All right, we are 90 seconds in, 90 seconds in. All right, halfway, halfway. Know that you do have a rest coming up after this. You do have a rest coming up after this, a solid 2 minutes of rest. All right, 90 seconds left here, 90 seconds left. All right, last minute. All right, good job, Heather. Last minute here. For the last 30 seconds of this, for the last 30 seconds, I want you to go back to that first tempo that you had. Knowing that we have that rest coming up, we'll really try to empty the tanks a little bit in the last 30 seconds. All right, 40 seconds left, almost to that point. All right, 30 seconds left, 30 seconds left, good. Keep breathing here, keep breathing, stay in control of your breath. 20 more seconds. Good, come on, 10 more seconds, almost there, almost there. And 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, so we got 2 minutes rest, and then we're to push-ups. All right, 2 minutes rest, then we're to push-ups. Go ahead and grab a drink. My encouragement would be to keep moving around a little bit. Don't just sit down right away. And if you can, breathing in and out through your nose. If you've been in my classes before, you know I'll say this quite a bit. As if you had duct tape over your mouth, breathing in and out through your nose on this recovery. little less than 90 seconds, and then we have push-ups. Again, on these push-ups, we're looking at small sets with a short rest. So even if I might be able to do even 50 push-ups in a row, I still might break that into sets of 10, significantly smaller than my max set, just to make sure that I'm not stuck doing ones and twos at the end. These can be done from on our knees. These could be done from toes. These could be done at an incline on a bench or a table, or the edge of your couch. You could do these decline too if you wanted, make them a little bit harder or switch it up a little bit. 45 seconds, still have 45 seconds. All right, 30 seconds. Last little bit, make sure, again, push-ups aren't here, they're here. Not making a T, bringing your elbows in. 15 seconds. Three, two, one, go. Good, Heather. Good, I like that. Small sets, spending as little time in that position as possible. Good, and you'll notice what Heather's doing when she's resting. She's not resting in a plank position. She's not resting at the bottom. She's getting off her arms. That's exactly what we want to see on the resting part here. Good. Again, we have 6 full minutes here, 6 full minutes until we start that those toe taps or that run, whatever it is again. So we've got plenty of time here. Good. Good. All right, again, these are ones that'll end up going fast. So even if as we get tired, just pace it out to 7 or 8 a minute, and that still will give us plenty of time to finish. Good job, Heather. Keep it up. Good. And if you, as you start going through this part of the workout here, if you feel like your arms are getting really fatigued and these are getting pretty sloppy, Heather's doing a great job here. But if you feel like your reps are starting to get sloppy, really focus on controlling the push-up on the way down, not just dropping at those hips right away. I'm okay if we kind of have to like wiggle our way back up, but really control that on the way down. All right, we still have 3.5 minutes, so not even halfway through this part, plenty of time yet. Just stick to that plan of small sets with that short rest. Good. And if you want an indication of what a 10-second rest is, I'll count that here, 10 seconds from now. Until now is 10 seconds. Good. All right, we are 9.5 minutes into the overall workout, 2.5 minutes left. All right, we got 2 minutes until we're running. 2 minutes until we're running or doing toe taps or biking or rowing. Sometimes as we get tired, we tend to start bringing our arms wider and wider and wider. Make sure we keep those arms and hands in. 90 seconds. Jump, Heather, almost there, almost there. Keep chipping away. Good, nicely done. All right, we got 1 minute until we start the next part, 1 minute. Again, you can go back to, if we're doing running or toe taps or biking or rowing, I'm okay if we do that same movement. If we were doing 4 minutes of jump rope before, I'd encourage us to maybe switch that up a little bit because that's a lot of pounding on our legs right now. Up to you on that though. 35 seconds. Twenty seconds. If we're doing jump rope, make sure our hands are able to be seen in front of us. Not stretch too far out, keep that nice and tight in front. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, this is an opportunity here when we have a long time on the jump rope, big opportunity to work on the skill of being able to stay relaxed when we jump rope. So as we're jumping, make sure we're breathing, make sure we're staying in control of that breath, focusing on a rhythm that's going to help us be able to get through this as almost a little bit of a recovery at some point. That would be the end goal, is if we can almost be able to use jump ropes as a little bit of a recovery in the middle of a Metcon. All right, we are 1 minute in, 1 minute into this part. Ninety seconds in. All right, we have just over 90 seconds left if we're doing the 4 minutes of jump ropes or 4 minutes of toe taps. All right, last minute here, last minute here. Come on, almost there. Good job, Heather. All right, same thing we did that first round. These last 30 seconds, we're going to try to go unbroken. The last 30 seconds, go ahead. Almost there, 20 more seconds, 20 more seconds. Stay in control of your breathing here. Ten more seconds. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, we have a 2-minute rest here, 2-minute rest. All right, the next one, we have 200 air squats. A big thing on this is going to make sure that we get to full depth. Make sure anytime we squat, we start by getting those hips back, not just dropping straight down, hips back and knees out on those squats. Hips back and knees out, squeezing your butt as you stand up, getting full extension at the top. What I don't want to see is air squats like this. Make sure we're getting all the way up. All right, 1 more minute. We have six minutes for these 200 air squats. Thirty seconds. Fifteen seconds. Get in a good rhythm with your breathing here too. 10 more seconds. Nice and steady each time. And 3, 2, 1, go. Good job, Heather. And notice Heather's locking out all the way at the top and even pausing for a second there. Catching her breath, pausing for a second there. Making sure she's at full lockout, not trying to rush through these reps. She has plenty of time. That little bit of a pause each time allows her to get bigger sets. Notice that Heather is driving her knees out over her toes. Chest is staying up. Gotta get a little bit lower when we're tired. There you go. Good. Yeah, that's a big thing that starts to happen too on these air squats is full depth. Your first 20 reps ends up being just above full depth. So make sure we're getting that all the way down. Good. All right, we are 90 seconds in. 90 seconds in. All right, 2 minutes in, so I have 4 minutes left. 4 minutes for this part. Good, keep chest up, chest up. Good. Good, so 3.5 minutes, 3.5 minutes. Stay with it here. Stay with it. Good, getting full depth, pushing out of your heels, squeezing your butt as you stand up. Right. Halfway through, halfway through. I think air squats are a really good opportunity to test a little bit of mental resolve too. For most of us, we aren't going to fail an air squat. It's just super uncomfortable 20 minutes into a workout and 100 air squats in. We're not going to fail it, and yet our body's screaming at us to stop. So good opportunity here to really challenge yourself to see how far you can go, even when you're feeling pretty tired. So you can get 1 or 2 more reps beyond what you would normally do before breaking. Really good opportunity here with air squats. Okay. 2 more minutes, 2 more minutes. Good, come on, Heather, keep going, keep going. Ninety seconds. Got just over 1 more minute, just over 1 more minute. Get as many reps as we can here.
Ooh. Sorry, friend.
No worries, Wayne.
Just check and zoom out. Love you, mean it. See you later.
Good to see you, Wayne. All right, less than 1 minute. Got 45 seconds. Good, Heather. Fighting that urge to have your hands on your legs. 30 more seconds. Keep fighting that urge. Come on. All right, 15 more seconds. 15 more seconds. Try to get as many more reps as we can. 3, 2, 1, and switching over to the run, the toe taps, the jump rope, whatever we have for these last 4 minutes of work here. Great job, Heather. And then going right from those air squats right into these toe taps or right into the jump ropes are going to be real tough here. Way to get right into that. Minimal transition time there. And for those that are keeping their own clock right now, we're working, if you're doing double unders or single unders, anything on the jump rope, or if you are doing toe taps, we are working to 28 minutes on that clock. If you're rowing or biking, trying to get those calories in as fast as possible. And when you do that, workout is done. All right, 3 more minutes for people doing toe taps and using the jump rope. Great job, Heather. All right, last little bit here, last little bit, just over 2 more minutes. But really challenge yourself these last couple minutes. We're 26 minutes into a workout. The inclination is to slow down to, you know, just try to get through the end, really try to attack this last little bit of the workout. "90 seconds left." All right, last minute of the whole workout coming up here. "45 seconds. Come on, keep going, keep going. Last 30 seconds. Here we go. All right, hang on to that. Hang on to that pace. Hang on to that pace. Come on, Heather, almost there. 15 more seconds. Come on. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. If you're rowing or biking and haven't finished those calories, keep going, keep going. You have 2 more minutes to do so. 2 more minutes to do so. Great job, Heather. For those of us that just finished, hang on for a minute and then we'll go through, talk through just a brief cool down. So I'll give you 90 seconds for anyone still finishing that 800-meter run or those biking or rowing those calories.
I think I should have run.
Yeah, Heather, after going through that, any recommendations for others?
Oh, 4 minutes is a really long time.
Yeah.
My calves and my hip flexors from doing the toe taps
Okay.
are really tired.
All right, last minute if we haven't finished already.
Oh. And I don't know if jump roping before the squats was smart either. My quads were kind of already done.
Yeah.
I don't know if toe taps would have been any better, but
4 minutes is a long time. If you
Yeah.
have a bike, that might be the best one,
yeah.
depending on the bike. All right, 35 seconds if you haven't finished yet. 30, now about 30 seconds till that time cap. My encouragement is for those of us that can, once we're done with this workout, rather than just going, you know, clocking back into work and sitting down, try to walk, try to move for 2 minutes. Maybe that's staying on that bike or rower. Maybe that's just kind of walking around the house or outside. We have 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and that's our 30-minute time cap. So if we can, a couple things for this cool down. Walk, move, not at an intense pace, just be moving for 2 minutes. If that's outside, if that's on that row or that biker, at a lower pace, a lower threshold than what you were just doing. If you have a foam roller, or a lacrosse ball, you can roll out your calves. If those hip flexors are sore, place a lacrosse ball kind of right in this area. Otherwise, if you can, we'll maybe demo this one real quick. Couch stretch, put on the back of that couch or that table here, and trying to stay straight up here. I'm not worried about how close your butt can get to the object, more so trying to get as straight up as possible. Hold that for a minute, and then switch to the other side and hold that for a minute. Hopefully we'll loosen up the hip flexors a little bit. And then if your pecs are feeling tight, that same movement that we did to end the warm up where we're laying on the ground, going back and forth there, go ahead and get that stretch again if those pecs are feeling tight. Heather, any last bits of advice, any last words on the workout?
No, that's good. Thank you.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. We'll pause the recording here and then upload this for those who are going to watch later.
Bye.